they will be scolded by the teacher, teased by their friends, so they will feel stressed. So retained students will not feel stressed if their result is good. But the students that are not retained and they can go up easily, they will not work harder. So their result cannot be guaranteed. They will feel stressed if they get bad result. And the second speaker.
Yeah, it looks like students will just stress because they are grades, but during the
can you slow a bit?
They will just stress out of the school, but if in the school the student will feel stressed about their bad grades. What do you think?
You talk so fast, I cannot understand. Sorry. Just now, the second speaker have said that same syllabus they study for many times will feel boring, and I want to say that study for the second time will not feeling boring. If you say that we study for 10 times, 21 times, I will say that 100% boring. But the second time only. The second time, students will be more easily to memorize the things and their result will go up. So how can you say that retention system is not good? So I can't. And you say, just now the second speaker said that students can ask for help to improve their result. Why not? Why the retained students cannot? Everybody also can ask for help. Why just only students that don't want to retain need to ask for help? And retention system is also a motivation. Because of retention system, students will scared to stay for 1 year, so they will be work more harder to get a good result, to score A. And in Finland, there is no exam, so they did not know the quality of the students. Everybody can graduate. How can you guarantee that the quality of the students is good? How can you say that the students have already learned the things that you teach? No, I have no time. And the third speaker has said that Finland can learn things through playing, learning outdoor. But we cannot guarantee that the things that we teach they can learn. And there is no exam in Finland. How can they set a goal for the retention system? Thank you. We, the opposition team, strongly disagree that students should never be forced to repeat a year at school.
The opposition team has spoken for 5 minutes and 10 seconds. The first, second, and third speakers from the government team and opposition team have delivered their speeches. Before the both teams deliver their reply speech, each team will be given 2 minutes to discuss. Start now. Alright, the discussion time is up. Here are the rules for reply speech. After the speaker has spoken for 3 minutes, the bell will ring like this. And after the spoken for 4 minutes, the bell will ring twice. The speaker has to stop. Now is the time for reply
Excuse
speech.
me, I want to ask one question. Just now, I won 1 minute and the government team PY me. So she disturbing me. Is she deduct mark? Deduct mark.
Actually, this is up to us.
It's up to us
Yeah.
just to
To let you know later, just
so we'll let
proceed.
you know after that.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Now is the time for reply speech. We will now invite the opposition team to present his reply speech. Time given is 4 minutes. Please begin.
Thank you to the chairperson and timekeeper. A very good morning to all the honorable educators, members of the floor, and my respectful opponents. I'm the reply speaker of the opposition team, and I will summarize today's main clash and points we said and my worldly opponent says. We, the opponent team, strongly agree that students should repeat a year at school. Firstly, we are arguing that whether retaining helps students' academic performance today. I would 100% say yes. As mentioned by me and my second speaker, really retaining can improve academic performance. Students contain more of time to enhance their weakness if they repeat a year. Research by Carroll Model for Learning shows that students' achievement come from the time spent on learning. And sometimes students that have problems, for example, medical absence, will also help them by repeating a year, because if they absent to school, they will lose the studies. So if they repeat a year, they can learn more. And even more, students also will work harder to try to promote. Nowadays, we need students that are highly educated, good attitude, high literacy skill, means that quality of a student is important. If students only promote without good academic performance, the students will only disqualified from the competitive society. And now, let's just compare the best case and worst case of students should repeat a year and students should not repeat a year. Let's predict that a weaker student with not repeating a year, best case of that student is the students will able to catch up to the study and successfully graduate. On the other hand, the worst case of these students will not be able to catch up the progress of the learning and lead to further failure in the future. Because they think that without working hard, they can get promoted. Next, weaker students who repeat a year with not escape their task as a student, they will face their weakness properly and work harder. This is the best case. On the other hand, the worst case of students repeat a year may only try to escape from learning, but they know they are weak at learning. They only don't want to face their problems and weakness. Compared to the students that do not want to work hard, which of them is better? Of course, the weaker student who retain their grade. Retaining system can help that, not sending an erroneous message to students that promoted without working hard. Grade retention is not something that's terrible. We do not say that you are stupid, you are so bad at exam, so you need to repeat a year. No, we should say you are only weaker. You just need 1 more year to enhance your study. All students have their own value on studying. And according to research, Without intervention of retaining system, students who fall behind at any particular stage in schooling tend to fall behind even further in subsequent school years. I want to ask members of the floor today, you would like to prefer a school with students with qualities or quantity? Schools are not factories, as mentioned. Only producing large amount of graduate students is useless. School at 21st century should help students achieve their minimum requirement for promotion. So, retaining system can help students to improve quality. Now, I hope the members of the floor stand on my side that said students should be forced to repeat a year at school. Thank you.
Thank you. The reply speaker of the opposition team has spoken for 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Now, let's invite the government team to present the reply speech. Time given is also 4 minutes.
Good morning to the judges and students. I'm the last speaker of the government team. In conclusion, we have 3 points to support our team. The first point, which was given by the first speaker, is repeating a year is making them hard to find any job they like because they are older than others and stand out in the rest of the class. Also, a student that is repeating a year will be less likely to do their homework well and their morality will be very low. And because of too much homework and the overwhelming examination they face, they will feel stressful. If it is serious, they will do something to hurt themselves or even suicide. For an example, a student in Cerebral commits suicide because of academic stress in April 4, 2018. Besides, repeating a year will make them want to quit their study because it is very stressful for them. Next, the second point which was given by the second speaker is get parents involved. And involved parents means they know their children are doing and if things are going in the right direction. Having a positive relationship with your students, parents is a good win. Update them on a regular basis on what the kids are learning to keep them engaged. Last, the third point is inspire students to do their best. After lots of stress for good work, students form positive notes to their parents and give out awards for academic excellence on a regular basis. Set high expectations. Students want to live up to them. And a student will not feel stressed when he gets a good result, but a student will always feel stressed when he gets a bad result. Lastly, we strongly consider that students should never be forced to repeat a year at school. Thank you.
Thank you. The reply speaker of the government team has spoken for 2 minutes and 5 seconds. We have now come to the end of the debate. Please adjourn for our educators to make a decision. Thank you. Gentlemen, welcome back. Now, the educators will give both of the teams some comments. First, let's invite Mr. Benjamin to give comments.
Alright, so we'll start off with the first speaker from the government team. Yeah, there's a bit of grammar mistake, and the first point for the first speaker should be very solid. I think that your point for as the first speaker is not solid enough, and yeah, but you did your job. You gave out the definition and put out the arguments, and also the complete move on to the opposition of the first speaker. Good debate, good point, but try to use condos. Yeah. And second speaker from the government team. There's one word, procedures. You say prostitute. So there's actually a very big difference between these two words. And try to restate your stance, even though you're out of time. Yeah, and second speaker from, who's the second speaker? Yeah. The second speaker from the opposition team. You say, you gave out a very good point, you did your job, you gave out good rebuttals, but there's one thing you said, schools are not factories, right? I understand that you're trying to say schools are meant to produce student with qualities, but the opponent can actually counter you with schools are not factories. That's why they don't want to force students to do things they want. Yeah. And the third speaker from the government team, your rebuttals is like everywhere. So try to keep it up. And the third speaker from the government opposition, you have very good confidence, but your POI's answers are very irrelevant. And both reply speaker did well. Yeah. And there's actually one common mistake between these two things, the grammar and pronunciation. Yeah. So.
Thank you. Next will be Miss Lee.
Hello, good afternoon. Morning, sorry. So I'd like to point out some common mistakes between both teams. So both teams actually gave their team speak, but it's not very clear to all three of us because we can't even catch the points that you all are trying to provide. Even though in your team speak or in your main speeches you did not highlight the topic sentence, that means that students should never be forced to repeat a year at school. Why? You should mention in your speech, like emphasize that this is what you're going to talk about because you all are reading, you all are trying to like finish your speeches within the time allocated. So I think it's better to engage with the judges and let us know what you're trying to talk about. And then I hope that in your next few rounds of debate, I hope that you all can prepare palm notes. Because holding a piece of paper like this, it's actually blocking your body language and it's actually blocking yourself from trying to engage with the judges. So we will only hear your voice and sometimes you're rushing too fast, so we can't actually catch much of the points that you're going to talk about. And then before debating, you have to know the POI procedures. That means you only can raise your POI after the first minute and you have to say yes or no before you reply to a POI or reject a POI. You have to say yes or no, but not straightforward ask a question. And the points that you all provide has to be relevant to the topic. Like, I'd like to give us some examples. Like, just now, one of the speakers mentioned that you can ask for help. Students should never be forced to repeat because you can ask for help. Does that seem relevant? You should never be forced to repeat a year at school because you will feel stressed. You should never be forced to repeat a year at school because it wastes time. It should be relevant to the topic instead of providing solutions to why should never be forced to repeat a year at school. You should give us the background of this thing. You should answer the question instead of giving the solutions. So that's all, but it's quite a hard decision for us to make in this debate. So later Ms. Arita will announce the results. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lin. Next, the chief educator, Miss Lalita, will give us comments.
Okay, good morning, students. Actually, both good. It's a good try, I would say that. So, best wishes to you all. So, one thing that I can see that you all are too nervous until your hand shaking, shaking, because this is inter-class debate and the crowd is, I think, very small.
Yeah, it is.
It's very small. If you go and face really, for example, you're going for international or you're going for school debates, it means that the crowd will be very big. You can ask your seniors. So control your nervous. The nervous can see in the way you're holding the paper or your cover note, and your voice also shaky. So one more thing, the point jumble up, do you do that? Can you see or not? It is not you didn't prepare, you prepared. But the nervous is already overcome all. I mean the whole thing is already like become like a mess up. I can see that. So first of all, control your nervous. Both team. I'm not pointing to this or this, both team. Please control your nervous and try to put a full stop on the That means the confidence is not there. Please. And you don't know what we say, then until the Malay word also is coming in means you are too nervous. Too nervous. Stop that. You control it. Practice yourself like to be. And then another one more thing. You plan, let's say one person you are given 5 minutes, right? For the 5 minutes, you want to give 3 points. For that 3 points, you have, as she said, the topic sentence, and then follow by your supporting details and give more example. The way explanation, let the listeners like understand what you are talking. So you prepare 3, maybe the 2 only you have the chance to present it. Maybe the 1 more you keep as a, as one of the backup. This is how you do. No, you don't take all and then you want to finish it at one time. Then all the points come in, and then the next speaker, maybe they don't have points. That's why you are like, it's going on the same thing again and again. It's repetition. I can see that. Can you see or not? Plan it. Plan it. Please give a very clear definition. That's very, very important. Those who are the first speakers, explain it well and put your standing. The first person you are giving your standing, right? That is going to work for your whole group. Okay? That's all I would say. Please, the one thing, you're nervous, and that is the thing is carried out in your whole process of your debate. That's all. I can see that. And your pronunciation is what they say. Pronunciation is very important. Commit aside, low self-esteem. It's you know why that is wrong? Nervous. It is not he cannot pronounce. Nervous. The nervous make you cannot finish. After low on the self-esteem, low self, then esteem, you want to go very fast. Then you cut it short. Okay, same go to commit suicide, You're nervous, please control your nervous, guys. We need a quality student to present our school. You have the talent, so control your nervous. As teachers say, each of you prepare 3 points, and that 2 you present, 1 is your backup. So give more examples. The examples will help you to speak by your own, rather than you just reading, don't get a lot of facts. Make your understanding, use simple English, use 3 or 4 vocabulary, very high one. I tell you can win really. That's all. This is your very simple method, I tell you. I think you can ask your seniors, I think that are the same thing they were doing last time. So you no need to go and find all the internet, search the book, everything, you list down, blah, 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 then you don't know. You understand it. Your understanding is very important. Relax. Please. Okay, relax guys. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Oh, I need to do that.
I need to ask them.
MC, yes.
Now, the chief educator, Miss Larita, will announce the winning team and the best speaker.
Best speaker tak ada. Tak ada.
You decide.
Okay, I think the best speaker this winner. Okay. The winner is the opposition team. Okay. And we don't have any best speakers. I think everybody staying in the same boat. Okay. I would like to officially announce the opposition team as the winner for this round. Congratulations, this is the end of this round debate. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you.